This is Clark the Knife, and this is the Birdvis Hitchcock production knife. This is a big little knife. That's the first modern locking folding knife from Nick over at Birdvis Knives. If you're into custom slip joints, you absolutely know Birdvis. Nick has been one of the most popular and in-demand makers of modern slip joints for years. The Hitchcock here takes one of his most popular slip joint designs and carries that forward with a conventional slip joint or a conventional sheep's foot, the gun stock handle here, and then changes just about everything else. So this is a full titanium locking knife on bearings that opens with a thumb disc. The blade is on the shorter side, about 3 inches long, 130 thousandths thick, acid wash in MagnaCut, but this handle is tall and chunky and hand-filling. The knife is $550, which is a ton of money, but boy oh boy is it nicely done. This blade is nice and tall, which gives tons of space for it to come down to a nice sharp edge, and combined with a very useful shape, this has as much versatility, control, and utility as you would want from any sort of EDC knife. And this handle makes the most of the gun stock pattern. It's thick across its face with nice chamfers, thin along the spine. It's a little bit heavy, but that heaviness actually makes it handle heavy and a little easier to control. It just feels ready to work, and the whole thing just wants to go to work. It feels very confident, very precise, very controlled in the hand. And then you've got the action. Lock bar access could be better, but you've got this very glassy, smooth action here. It's on bearings, but it's like a nicely tuned washer action with this great custom little thumb disc that snaps out very, very nicely. The only thing that I don't love about this knife is that lock bar access here, but honestly, this feels very much like a knife that deserves to sit right alongside things like your PM Mac 2 and things like your Les George knives at the top end of American small batch production knives. And frankly, I would say that this is probably, even by a hair, the best finished of this trio here. I am really loving this knife, and it is very exciting for the first production knife out of a well-known maker like Birdvis to be this good. Highly recommended if you play in this price point. Check out my review for the full details.